Okay, so now I'll be taking you through with real examples so that you can actually understand, assimilate, and reproduce the said work in your own way possible. So we have learned three things which are required to prevent plagiarism. The first one is quoting where it is absolutely very important, and you should not change specific information uh, when you are reproducing it in your own work. So it can be taken as a guide to the other things which you are going to think and write about in your own work. So paraphrasing is the second thing which we have learned, in which things which have been previously written in a different way, the same thing can be told in a different way with blend of blending with other articles, other thought processes, and most importantly, after paraphrasing, there has to be a proper attribution or citation. Same goes with your quotation, where you also require in quotation there is one more requirement, and the requirement is to produce the page number where exactly that phrase which we have directly quoted has been taken from. So these are the two things which are absolutely very important in text, that is while you are writing the work. The third thing is the referencing. Referencing style has a bearing on the kind of article you are choosing, a journal you are choosing to publish your work. It also depends on the institutional framework and also the discipline in which you are working on presently. But let us also question that why do we reference? So a very easy answer to this is we provide a reference so that the readers or the audience of a particular article can go to some of the written work, some of the quoted work, some of the cited work directly. So it is a kind of address which an address which we are giving to the readers of a particular article so that they can easily go through, browse, and read the original articles which are cited in the present article. As simple as that, that we are giving the complete address. So therefore, a proper referencing style is a must. Now we can see over here, this is the original source material which is taken. This is a publication by Frick, and the title of the paper is Restructuring Education Through Technology, uh, Bloomington, IN, then you have a colon, P Delta Kappa Educational Foundation. So now this is the complete reference, the source which has been quoted over here. The thing on the left hand side which has been marked in red is that which we require to reproduce in our own work. So this was the original work, and now we are going to take the thing which is in red to be reproduced in our work. That means this needs to be cited. If this information is provided in my own publication, then this information should be cited. Now how it is done, let us see that. So this is the version 1 uh, of, uh, of an author who has thought of taking the excerpts from the publication of Frick and putting it in his own work. So we can see uh, the first technology was the primitive modes of communication used by prehistoric people before the development of spoken language. Now this is the text which I read. This is in marked in red. If we try to draw similarity with the original text here, the first technology was the primitive modes and used by prehistoric people before the development of spoken language. We can see here that it is almost a word by word copy here of the work published by Frick. Is it plagiarism then? So yes, it is counted under plagiarism. The reason is that we don't find the required information of the original author in the work which is presented here. Since this is word by word copy, there should have been a quotation mark beginning with the, ending in with language. Then it had to be uh, it was it had to be succeeded by the attribution, the citation of the author. That means frick, and the year of publication of the said article, as well as the page number from where it has been taken. So the version 1 seems to be plagiarized. Okay, so any software like Turnitin would be able to draw sufficient conclusion to say that this work, word by word, is plagiarized from another work which had been published earlier by Frick. Now this is the version 2 which we find over here. Now, if we see here, what exactly I was talking about, Frick 1991, this is how you put the attribution or citation. That means the name of the person, the author comes here, the year of publication comes here, that which is marked in green, believes that this is how you start. Then the quotation marks begin. You can see the ellipse. Ellipse, 3 ellipses after the quotation mark defines that there are other things also before this line started. That is, the first technology was it, it was preceded by something else in the original text, which is of no use to me, and therefore I am avoiding it in my text. So what I'm doing, I'm using word by word verbatim copying of the information from the work of Frick 1991 into my own work. All right. So now I start with the ellipse. There are 3 ellipses you can see over here, and then the exact verbatim copy. And then at language, I'll unquote it, and then I'll also provide the page number. Page number is page number 10, where this has been published in the original text. And the reference to it has been given, that Frick 1991, Restructuring Education Through Technology, Bloomington, in Phi Delta Kappa Educational Foundation. Now, this is the complete way of providing reference as well as citation in text, where you are using word by word copying or verbatim copying of the actual information. This will never be considered to be a plagiarized work. So the authors need to be very careful about uh, the source from where it has been taken, as well as the year in which it has been published, as well as the page number, along with the reference. Now let's see the second case. Here, if you see the original source material, constructivism is a movement that extends beyond the beliefs of the cognitivists. So extends till cognitivists is something which I am interested in. And this is the original work from Hinek, Mulanda, Russell, and others. It was published in 1999. Instructional Media and Technologies for Learning was the title. Upper Saddle River is the place where it is. The book has been published. The name of the book is Instructional Media and Technologies for Learning. NJ is New Jersey, and then it is succeeded by colon and then Prentice Hall. This is how you make reference for a book. Prentice Hall is the publisher. So the place precedes the publisher, and this is how you actually, and this is very easy. You can just put the Instructional Media and Technologies for Learning in your Google Scholar, and you will get the exact referencing as per the style you are choosing. All right. So this is the original source material. Now we have some versions to be taken. This is the version 1. So here the author starts writing. Constructivists do not hold views entirely opposed to those of the cognitivists. The position of the constructivists extends beyond the belief of the cognitivists. Now, we can also see here that extends beyond the beliefs of the cognitivists is exactly taken from the work of Hennek et al. All right. So, is it plagiarism? Yes, it is a case of plagiarism, even if the reference has been put at the end of the work. Why? The reason is that we cannot find any attribution or citation of the original author. Okay, let's see the version 2. Here we see everything remains okay. One more thing which was wrong in the earlier text was that the author forgot to use quotation marks because it was a word to word or verbatim copy. Therefore, it had to have this quotation mark. In this version 2, that mistake has been corrected. Secondly, the author's name, that is the source, the year, and the page number have been correctly put in here. Therefore, this is not a plagiarized work. Along with you're also putting the reference here. So this is not a plagiarized work. This seems to be perfectly fine.